I'm Syxx, I'm here with TRSHY, and let's talk some trash. Are they hiding you if they don't post you on social media? Nah, I don't think they're hiding you if they don't post you on social media, because I know a lot of people who are in couples and they're real, post each other on Instagram and all this and that, and behind closed doors, they be fucking fighting crazy and this and that. And I know people who are in great relationships, they never post each other, so I think it's to each their own, but I definitely don't think it's nothing weird if they don't post you. Me, I don't post. I don't really, I feel like private's better. Why would you want people in your business, especially in your love life? I feel like that's like a little too much for me. Can a relationship recover after someone cheats? In my opinion, nah, hell nah, I don't think so, because if you cheat, it's like, it's more than just the act of cheating. It built up to it, you feel me? You took a lot of steps to cheat. You linked the nigga, you fucking did this, did that, you went to his crib. So it's like a lot of steps to cheat. It's not just the one act of just fucking that makes it cheating. There's so much process that happened to get to cheating. So I think that, to me, that's just disrespectful. I would never, ever, ever forgive someone that cheated on me. Definitely not. Me personally, I've never cheated. I've been cheated on like twice though. So that's probably why I answered it like that, subconsciously. But I've never cheated though. When I got cheated on? Oh man, that's just the worst. You just like, you invest so much time into a person. You invest like, not even just time, you know, like you trying to uplift them, trying to make it positive. You trying to help them become a better person, just in the end for what? Like just for them to fuck somebody else? That shit's fucking crazy. But it is what it is at the end of the day, ain't shit you can do about it. What's a red flag you'll ignore if the person looks good? Honestly, I'll ignore any red flag. I'm fucking delusional. I'll definitely ignore any red flag. I'll convince myself of whatever lie I need to make up, and I'll run with it, honestly. I've done that all the time. That's probably a toxic trait that I need to fucking drop too, because that is so bad for my mental health. But definitely any red flag. If she's pretty and we vibe, it's over for me. I'll ignore whatever. What's the worst way to break up with someone? I feel like the worst way would be like if you propose to somebody. I never been in that situation, but imagine proposing to somebody and they just say no to you. Like, what the fuck happens after that? Do y'all just like try to work on it? Like, I'll probably crash out. Like, there's no way you're telling me you don't love me as much as I love you. To me, that just don't make sense. I'll definitely crash out. So I think that's for sure the worst way to break up with someone. Who deserves an I told you so? Oh, brother. Oh, brother. There's a couple women in my life that probably deserve an I told you so for sure. Exes and stuff like that. I always tell them like, yo, you're fumbling, bro. You're fumbling, you'll come back around. They always come back around. They don't listen to me. I promise you, every time they come back around. I haven't told them I told you so yet, but it's overdue. But I just let things go, you know? I ain't finna get too involved with that. For sure. What's your biggest turn off? I hate women who don't have any depth to them. You know, I hate women whose whole like persona and personality are just like stuff that I see on social media and whatnot. Like, I feel like a lot of times I meet women and they're just shallow. There's no intellect to them, and like I can't conversate with them and things like that. So I feel like that's definitely the biggest turn off. I don't really care how bad you are and this and that. If you don't have any depth to you, if you don't have anything about you that I find attractive about you on your physical body, I mean, to me, that's a dub. What's the pettiest thing you've done to prove a point? So I had like, it wasn't my girlfriend, but it was just a little whatever it was. And she pressed me one time because like in the past, I used to talk to her friend, but her friend flipped the whole story talking about like I was thirsty for her, this and that. And she was fucking capping, and the girls at the time didn't believe me. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna show you right now that I'm not capping. I DM'd her friend, and obviously her friend just immediately was like on timing with it. So that was probably the pettiest thing that I've done to just definitely prove a point. What's the most surprising thing you've learned about yourself recently? I've learned that whenever I go into a situation, whatever it is, you know, whether it's going into the studio, going into a new business avenue, whatever it is, if I go into it with confidence, I always do very well. You know, if I go into it unsure, uncomfortable, insecure and stuff, I really don't perform as well. So that's something I've learned about myself recently. Whenever I do something with confidence, I always do it really to the best of my ability. So that's something I'm trying to work on too. What's the biggest adult life hack? A good life hack to me wouldn't be something physical, like doing this or doing that. I feel like a good life hack is just having like a great mindset about life, you know? Like, to me, instead of thinking about things like, why is this happening to me? It's better to think about it like, what is this teaching me? So I think about things like that all the time. And I feel like if you have a different perspective on life, life hits you different. Like, instead of thinking, what if this doesn't work out? Think about it like, what if it works better than I ever imagined? Things like that. So that's really how I like to look at life. And I feel like just thinking about things like that, it really helps you stay positive as well. Which place would you never eat at again and why? So I used to live in Memphis, Tennessee. And over there, their eating is different. I mean, obviously their barbecue is like insane. You go to a gas station and get like great barbecue, but out there they eat some crazy shit. Like they'll eat like fried frog legs and like chicken feet and like just crazy shit. And of course, I'll try it once. I'm not gonna knock it if I don't try it, but I'll never eat that again. I don't even know what it tastes like. I couldn't even describe it. That's just not for me though, for sure. What's something you used to get in trouble for all the time? When I was like in middle school, I went to a Catholic school. And so they were real, like they would hammer down on us hard for like, you gotta talk proper, you have to have manners, you have to have like all this type of shit. And my older siblings went to a high school like in the ghetto. So I would hang out with them all the time and their friends and stuff. I'd pick up their slang and their mannerisms and all this and that. I'd go back to Catholic school and oh my God, like they used to wild out on me. Like just for simple stuff, I'd be like, yo, it's brick in here, miss, or something like that. And I would get like, there was like nuns in there and shit. They would like wild out on me. I remember my teacher used to put my desk like all the way in the back of the room and told me I was in Siberia. She was like, oh, when you learn how to start talking right or whatever, then you can hang out with the rest of the kids. It was pretty fucked up. What do people assume about you that's usually correct? I would say, so my nationality, I'm Mexican. And so people always assume that like all of my family lives in Mexico and that, you know, my family came here, jumped the border and shit. And honestly, it's true. It's true. I shouldn't be saying this because it's super hot right now with Trump, but it's definitely true. So people assume that right all the time. I'm the first generation born here in my family, so I gotta put on for them. What's something society glorifies that you think is toxic? I think it's fucking ridiculous how every girl wants a guy just with like a giant penis. Like honestly, I remember I was fucking with this Arab girl one time. She told me, she was like, oh, I need someone with 12 inches, this and that. And I was like, what the fuck? Where you finna find that at? I can't give you 12, but I'll give you 6 twice. Like, I don't know where the fuck you finna get 12 at. But I feel like that's just crazy to me. What's a red flag in friendships that people overlook? Other people in friendships, they're very like self-centered kind of. I'm the type of person that like, I try to do a lot of stuff for my friends. And sometimes because I'm like that, I overlook when my friends or what I think are my friends are very like self-centered about them and they just want everything for themselves. So that's something I've overlooked a lot of times, and just sit back and you think about it. Like I do all this and all this, and at the end of the day, like what have they done for me? So I definitely think that's something I've overlooked a lot in my life. What's a piece of advice you've ignored but now you wish you hadn't? Definitely my dad always used to tell me to save money. When I first got out of high school, I got a good job and stuff and I was making really good money, and my dad always used to tell me, hey, save your bread. You're gonna be able to chase your dreams, retire early, save your bread. And I just never listened to him. I spent all my money on bullshit, fucking trips, clothes, all this stuff that didn't matter. And then now I'm just like, damn, now I do better, but it's just like, that was 2 or 3 years that I just wasted of my life. Just, I don't even know, trying to impress people or do shit. I just really wish I would have locked in then, because I would be way better off now. Have you ever stolen something? Yeah, I have. One time when I was living in Memphis, when I first got my house over there, I needed like a dresser to put my TV on, like a temporary one. So I went to Walmart to go buy one. But the one I wanted, it was like $300. I was like, bro, I'm not paying $300 for this shit. So I put it in the cart. I put the whole dresser in the cart, and then I went to the self-checkout with like candy and dumb shit, and I scanned all the candy and stuff, and I walked out with the dresser. And then when I got to my car, the fucking dresser didn't fit in my car. So I was just in the Walmart parking lot with like a stolen dresser, and it's also the South, and I'm a minority, so that didn't help. So I was just like there patiently waiting. I was like, I know I'm about to get caught. But then I just waited there for like an hour until my brother came with his truck, and then I threw that shit in the truck and we left. And I never went back to that Walmart. I was super like, they're on my ass. What's a small inconvenience that can ruin your whole day? I'd say like, at least for guys, when we're like shaping ourselves up or something like that, like shaping up your mustache and stuff, and then you like trim off part of your mustache and you gotta shave your whole shit off, that's the worst. That will ruin your whole week. I hate that. I remember one time I had a photo shoot, and my dumb ass, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna shape my shit up real quick. I shaped it up, and I cut like half of it off. I looked like Hitler. I was like, damn, I had to shave it off, and I went to the photo shoot looking like a fucking Mexican Amish guy with no mustache and just a beard. What are things that women do that they think are attractive but aren't? Oh, 100% is birthday makeup. 100% birthday makeup. Sometimes you go out, you'll see a girl, or she'll post, or you'll go out and you'll see her, and she's just like, she got like 7 pounds of makeup on her face. That shit, I promise you, you do not need that. I promise you, you go without that. You don't need it. Just birthday makeup is not the way to go. If you're watching this and you think that you need some birthday makeup for your birthday that's coming up, don't do it. Don't do it. What's the pettiest reason you've lost interest in someone? I don't know if it's petty, but I'll lose interest if I know that you've been with someone that I know. I'll definitely lose interest right away. I don't care how bad you are, how much we vibe. If I know that you fuck somebody that I know, like one of my homies, or you don't even gotta be my homies, just someone I know, I'll definitely lose interest right away. I'm not gonna take you out to dinner and all wine and dine you and this and that when you fuck this guy after the club because you drank a bottle with him and he blessed you with a cigarette or something. Like, I'm not going for that. What's the funniest thing you've panicked over? I don't know, I panic a lot over dumb shit, honestly. I'll panic over, I guess it's just anxiety, but I'll panic over like, if I'm driving like on a crowded ass highway or something, I'll be there, oh, should I turn now? Should I shift into this lane now? Nah, I ain't gonna do it. And then I'll just do that for like 5 minutes until I just like, okay, I'm just gonna shift. So that's definitely the dumbest shit I panic over for sure. What was the moment that made you realize that everything was about to change? I feel like I haven't had that moment yet in my life where like that one moment where everything was about to change, but I will say like over the last couple months with a lot of like discipline and consistency and stuff, we made a lot of great strides, and just day by day, step by step, you know, any progress is progress. So I'm definitely still waiting on that one moment where we realize everything changes, but I definitely think we're in the right direction, and by just being disciplined and keeping the consistency going, I mean, we'll do great things, so little by little. What's the most embarrassing thing your partner could do? Probably make a scene in public. That's pretty embarrassing. Like if we go out to eat and your order isn't right or something, you want to make a scene about it and be a Karen, that's definitely embarrassing. I'll probably leave you there. I'll probably walk out. We go to a bar and you see some girl you don't like or something, you want to fight her at the bar, like bro, I'm not doing any of that. I feel like causing a scene in public is way too embarrassing for me. I'll literally just leave. I will leave her there. I will leave. I don't care. What's the pettiest thing you've ever refused to let go of? I'll probably say, I don't know what's the one particular thing, but I'll definitely say I was fucking with a girl that had a baby daddy, and I was pretty petty. That was a petty situation. I'll tell you that, I was getting petty for sure. I was like, man, why am I doing this shit? Tell your baby daddy do that shit. Yeah, I used to be wildin'. Needless to say, that situation didn't work out, so. I'm Syxx, and if it ain't trash, it's trash.